Hello and welcome to my video, lesson 4.3 and also 4.4b. This is factoring with algebra tiles. So I think in those previous videos I just had regular algebraic factoring. Now I'm going to show some algebra tiles. So I'm going to do one example and then I'll let you guys try another example after. So here we have 2x squared plus 6x. So if we're trying to factor this, this is kind of like how we could multiply with algebra tiles, but what we're going to do is put these algebra tiles inside. I forgot to say, we have a legend here that this is x. Legend just means it's describing what everything means. So this is equal to an x squared, a long one, whether it's this way or if it's this way. Either way, it's just x, and then a short one is just 1. Then if you color it in, colored is negative. Negative. Okay, so this has 2x squareds, and then it has 6 x's. So what I can do is I can line these up like this. Now there's a rule here when we're lining it up. There's 2 rules actually. The 2 rules are that it must create a rectangle once you've put it together. So that's what mine shows right there. And then this, and so like if you just kind of like circle the whole thing, it's a rectangle. And the second thing is I just say it doesn't cut, which means it does not cut any of the shapes. So if I put a grid line in, you can see that my grid does not cut any of my shapes in half, right? And so because of that, now I can write down my answers. So my answers here are going to be a long one, and then over here you can see it's also going to be a long one, a short one, a short one, and a short one, based off of those sides. Alright, so now you can try this next question and see if you can factor it. Oh, I guess I could say the actual answer, which is 2x for the top part, and then x plus 3 on the inside there. Okay, so this top part is 2x, this is x plus 3. Okay, go ahead and try the next example. Okay, hopefully you paused it and tried it out. Now this is going to be, oh, you know what? I put it completely backwards here, and I made too big of numbers. I wasn't thinking straight. Ignore me, ignore that, sorry. You can do this with regular algebra really easily, but with algebra tiles, this would be awful. We're going to do this, and this. Sorry about that. Go ahead and try it out now and see if you can get the same answers I did. Okay, so in this one, we're going to have 3y squared. So if it's a squared, it's the big shape. And then we're going to have 9y. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and what you can see here is that we're going to have a nice grid pattern. Again, our grid pattern doesn't cut anything, which is key and vital and very important. And so, considering we're not cutting anything, we can now look at the tops of everything. Oh, I forgot to draw the last grid pattern here. The tops of everything, which means we have a long one, we have another long one, we have another long one. On this side, we also have a long one, and we have 3 little short ones. So this is 3y, y minus, Ooh, I forgot that we have negatives in here. So this is a negative, this is a negative, this is a negative. So let's go back and fix that. Considering that piece of information, we're going to take out a negative. So this is going to be negative, 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 which means this has to be negative, negative, negative in order to make it positive inside there. Okay, so that was kind of annoying, but it should be -3. Okay, so algebra tiles, kind of annoying. I know, I don't really love them either, but we have to understand what they are. So the key fact here is the outside are the factors. So here and here are factors, whereas this inside here is the product or the expansion or whatever. Okay, let's try a PSA example here and see if we can figure this out. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the algebra tiles, but we're going to draw it out. Same rules apply. You must make a rectangle. You must not cut. So we're going to make one big square, 5 little ones, which again, it can be challenging to plan ahead here, but I'm able to plan ahead because I basically know the answer already. But basically you just have to arrange it in a pattern such that when you draw the lines, it doesn't cut, and overall it makes a rectangle. Okay, once you've done that, you can see here that it's going to be a long one, it's going to be a short one, it's going to be another short one, and then the other side is going to be a long one, and then a short one, and a short one. So that means our final answer is going to be x plus 2 for the top one, and then the side is going to be x plus 3. Alright, so pause the video now, see if you can try this next example. Okay, so we have x squared, okay, and that's a positive, and then we should have a total of a -1. But there's going to be some positives, some negatives. So I'm going to put 4 positives here and 3 here. But actually our negatives have to be superior. So this is going to be negative. And this is going to be negative. Because now on the inside here we're going to have 12 little negatives. And you can see why I don't like this. It seems to me like it's just, it's a good way of learning the ideas, but not so good of a way of testing the ideas. But I'm not really in charge. Alright, so when we do that, we can then again check the grid pattern and make sure that it all lines up. And in fact it does in a nice pattern here. And so that means we can just look at the tops to get our long one, short one, which should be, okay, and this is going to be hard to tell if it's negative or positive, but these are all short ones. We can figure out the negative or positive part after. Let's do this one's a long one, this one's a short one, short one, short one. If we just make these top ones negative, then positive times negative equals negative, and that works. So our final answer is x minus 4, and then x plus 3 as our factors. Again, I'm not really a big fan of the algebra tiles, but it does show conceptually what's actually happening, which is kind of cool. Okay, I hope this video helps you better understand the algebra tiles in Math 10C, and especially with factoring. Good luck!